Language school marketing strategies that work. Your language learning experience is more than just the classes. It starts when you start to plan where to study and continues with how you market your school. I've put together a list of common mistakes made by language schools in marketing their services. I hope this guide will be insightful and even help you with some of your own decisions about advertising your business. SEO for your language school. In today's digital age, optimizing your website with search engine optimization techniques and keywords makes a big difference in how much traffic it gets. Not to mention, the higher up your website ranks on Google and other search engines, the more likely you are to be clicked on. So how do you make sure your site shows up at the top of search results? It takes time and effort, but anyone can do it with these guidelines. The most important thing to do is have a solid understanding of your keywords. Find out what people search for when they go online and what they are interested in. There are so many keywords people use when searching online that it can be hard to choose which ones you should focus on. By researching these terms, you can start to build a list of the right keywords and use them on your website. When you're trying to get a good ranking, it is important to remember that you should always be using longer keywords, not just single words. The reason is that search engines rank sites with longer keyword phrases higher than those with short ones. So try to use 2 or 3 keywords related to your language school in each web page title or heading you have. You can also use keyword phrases instead of individual words. Content marketing for your language school. I've seen this happen too many times, a language school that only posts about new classes and building a new school. While this can be a good way to drive traffic for the first few months, you need to continually update your students on their progress, industry news, and testimonials. Small changes can make a big difference in how people feel about your school. Blogs should be updated often with valuable information about what's going on at your school, including teacher reviews and articles written by your students. Use images throughout your posts as often as possible. This will keep readers interested in the writing and relate better to what you're trying to say. As long as you're not violating copyright laws, it's okay to screenshot content from other places and use it for your blog. Personalize your posts with some of your personality. This is a chance to show the students what they can expect at your language school and what kind of people are working there. You can also post fun facts about the history of your school and where you are located. Email marketing for your language school. Email marketing is vital. Only about 3% of people open emails from marketing companies, so if you want people to visit your site or call you, email is the way to go. Sending one simple email with a link in it can get your school's foot in the door. However, most people prefer to get their information online. It's much easier for them to find your web forms and learn about your classes there. Give people a discount or a coupon code for signing up to your email list, and make sure they know it's okay to unsubscribe at any time. You want to build an email list of people who actually want to hear from you. Paid advertising for your language school. Google Ads can be a great way to get potential students to your website. If you're trying to target someone who is looking for a specific language, that's great. One thing to watch out for is when you are bidding on keywords with other language schools. The top ad is going to be the one that people click on, so make sure you're bidding less than your competition. If someone has already decided they're going to go to a French school, they aren't going to click on an ad that promises Spanish lessons instead. It's important to consider the demographics you're trying to reach. Find out what keywords they're searching for and how much of a budget they have. Pay attention to how much money you need per click, too, because the more you spend, the higher your ad will show up on the search results. Instagram and Facebook ads can be great ways to market your school. You can target people based on their location, types of photos they like, age groups, gender, and more. Location targeting can be really effective. If you're trying to reach a specific country or state, target your audience there. You'll get a higher click-through rate, as low as 0.2%, compared to Google's 3%, and most of the people clicking on the ad will be from that location, so you're not wasting money on those who aren't interested in learning a language. If you're targeting people based on their interests, make sure you know what those interests are. If they say they like traveling, but their photos are of nature shots, well, that's not great. You can target them based on their approximate age range too, which can help you promote your language courses. You'll have to pay per impression and per click, as low as 10 cents, so make sure you know what your budget is before setting up those ads. Offline advertisement for your language school. Offline ads are great if you have a local school. A lot of language schools will put cards in restaurants, bars, and hotels. It's important to make sure your ad is noticeable and lets readers know about your school. If someone is looking for a French school, you might miss out on the chance to speak with them if you don't advertise effectively. You can get your own cards printed on cardstock or order them online. These small things can make a big difference in the success of your language school. Advertising is important, so no matter what you do, try your best to get the word out. Social media for your language school. Building your social media presence is a great way to create brand awareness and reach potential students. It's also a great way to encourage current students and teachers to spread the word about your school and drive traffic back to your website. Social media allows anyone to connect with your language school at any time. This is a great way for you to connect with your students and market your school, but it's just as important for the students to stay connected with one another. Once you have a social media presence, be sure to use the language of the day in your profile. Also make sure students know which platforms they can use to stay connected: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Website conversion for your language school. One of the most important aspects of any school is the website. Your students need to be able to find out what time class begins, how they can register, and other important information. Make sure you have a clear and organized school portal that can help your students navigate the site. If you don't have a website, you should start one now. If you're not sure how to make a website, contact me and we'll give you the best advice available. I can help you out and build a blog page or a website that is tailored to your needs. Or we can just convert a WordPress site for your language school. Either way, it's probably something you should do. Conclusion. In conclusion, there are several things you can do to increase the success of your school. Build brand awareness. Create a strong online presence that links back to your school and lets potential students know where they can find you on the internet. Add value for current students. Give students something of value for free, like a class, or for a small fee. Get students to rate and review your school. They'll feel like they've been a part of something, and this will help you attract new students. Create a buzz. Use social media to build an online buzz around your school. Tell potential students all about the cool stuff that goes on in your school, and encourage them to come hang out. Have fun. Schools should be fun places where people meet new friends, discover a passion or hobby, and have lots of exciting experiences. If you're having fun at your school, so will your students. Have regular activities for students to attend. If you ever have any problems with or suggestions for this guide, or if you just want to let me know what you think,